Well, hey, don't say yay about the sound once it starts playing chiptune music. Okay, welcome to our historic living history reenactment of the Oregon Trail. And by that I mean the Oregon Trail, the game that you played in computer labs in the 3rd grade, not the actual Oregon Trail, which I understand was much easier. And today, I am not even going to begin to attempt to speedrun this, because, come on, where's the fun in that? What we're going to do today is we're going to embark on a collaborative project. You are going to help me make my decisions. And we are going to live together or die together. No pressure. Alright, our very first decision of the stream, of course, is picking our profession. Now, unlike later versions of the game, this is the original. This is very no frills. What we've got going is we can be a banker from Boston, a carpenter from Ohio, or a farmer from Illinois. The only differences are starting money, and the less starting money you have, the bigger the point multiplier you get at the end of the game. But we won't be getting to the end, so don't worry about points too much. So, chat, your first decision. Which class are we taking? There will not be any prestige classes later, and unlike later versions of the game, we don't have special skills. The carpenter will not be able to repair wagon damage. The farmer doesn't do anything special with food. The banker does have money in both versions, though, so, that was pretty consistent. Alright, carpenter it is. Alright, and of course, I am the leader of the bunch. You know me well. And let's just add... There, we'll round that out. Not is correct, is sure correct. Alright, our next major decision. When are we leaving? March, April, May, June, or July? A wild CW has appeared. Actually, I'm going to ask CW in particular, since he missed the voting for the class. CW. So, CW, which month should we leave? That's not a month, Silver. Okay. April it is. Before leaving Independence, you should buy equipment and supplies. You have $800 in cash, but you don't have to spend it all now. You may buy whatever you need at Matt's General Store. And this is Matt. He hears that we're going to Oregon, and he says he can fix us up with what we need. He claims we need oxen and clothing. I find clothing to be a dubious claim, gameplay-wise anyway. Let's see, we've got plenty of food for the trip, ammunition, and spare parts for the wagon. Okay, so, how many oxen should we buy? Okay, I've got 1 vote for lots. We'll have to quantify that somehow. Yeah, apparently Matt's General Store doesn't have a no shirt, no shoes, no service sign, so our naked wagoneers can buy clothing here. Okay, we've got 1 vote for 2. Anybody else have an opinion on oxen? If I remember correctly, the number of oxen we buy affects the amount our travel speed. So he recommends at least 3 yoke. Our current vote is for 2 yoke. We have enough money to buy 20 yoke, but then we can't have anything else. Yeah, and how many of you remember the word yoke existed until about 5 seconds ago? Alright, we got 2 votes for 3 yoke. Is that all that'll keep you yokers happy? Alright, on to food. So, Matt here recommends that we take at least 200 pounds of food for each person, so that's like, you know, half a ton of food. So we can get 5 pounds of food per dollar, so that'd be about $200 if we want to buy that much food. I wonder how much a yoke can eat. £240. Now, before you have your votes in for all the food, let me remind you, we have not yet bought bullets. Alright, so we have 1 vote for £240. We have 1 vote for £1,000. Actual retail price of the food. I was waiting for a $1 bob, but, okay. So, we've got a split decision here. Oh, man. Alright. So that's gonna be 1,000 pounds. We have more food than we do oxen. Alright. Clothing. Each set of clothes is $10. And he recommends 2 set a person for a total of 10 sets or $100. How much clothing do you all think we need? Yeah, you don't want to get that tiger hungry, Jeff. Could be bad news for you. Alrighty, we've got, yep, the Donner Party is apparently clothing optional. I'm not hearing a lot of dissent. Oh, 1 set per person. Alright, so we've got 0 and 5. Are there any other votes? And 2 sets. Well, the average of that's going to be 1, so silver technically wins. Alright, and of course, ammunition. So each box has 20 bullets. Each box costs $2. How many boxes do we want for bullets? This is where everybody says 0 and things go south real fast. Alright, so let's see, we've got votes for 5, 10, and 20. Yep, so that's 11 and 2/3 boxes if we're taking the average. So let's round it. Do we want to round up or round down when we have an impasse? I feel like I'm asking the difference between I feel like I'm waiting for people to vote for democracy and anarchy here. Alright, let's hope I'm a good shot. And finally, spare parts. Spare parts are $10 each. They'll be available later on, but like everything else, they get much more expensive the further from independence you get. We can have up to 3 of each spare part. So, how many wheels do we want? Actually, just vote for all 3 at once. It'll be easy. So, wheels, axles, and tongues. If you want to vote for different amounts, just go ahead and specify. Otherwise, if you give a single number, it will be for all. Okay, we've got our first vote for 1 of each. Our second vote for maxing it out. And Dio has figured out how to accidentally win by voting for the average anyway. Okay. So, we've got just under half of our money left. That'll be useful along the way. And if everybody is happy with our totals, we are gonna head out of the store and into Destiny. Manifest Destiny. Alright, off we go. Yeah, I bet we have a long and difficult journey. Okay, that's enough of that. Alright, so we are in Independence. We can continue on the trail, check supplies, look at the map, change pace, change food rations, stop to rest, attempt to trade, talk to people, or buy supplies. Well, actually, let's cover a few basics first. We are currently on a steady pace. We can change to a strenuous or a grueling pace if you prefer. So what kind of a pace do we want? Alright, sounds like we like it strenuous then. Okay. Next, our food rations. We have filling, meager, and bare bones. We have 1 vote, and we have 2 votes for the Final Fantasy Tactics chapter title. I suppose it would have been weird if it was called The Filling. Meager it is. Alrighty. Now, I saw a vote to continue along the trail earlier, so it's time to head out. From Independence, it is 102 miles to the Kansas River crossing. Alex has a broken arm. We're like, we've traveled for one day, Alex. I mean, it's gonna be a long road to Oregon if you're breaking arms left and right here. Whoops, need to hit spacebar, not enter. Alex has a broken leg. I don't think Alex is gonna make it. It's a good thing you... Oh, man. Okay, so we're at the Kansas City River Crossing. Would you... Kansas City, ha. Kansas River Crossing, would you like to look around? Alrighty. I hope those chip tunes are coming out. That's... Alrighty, so here we are. So again, we can continue, check supplies, look at the map, we can change our pace or rations, we can rest, but, you know, at risk of Alex, like, breaking a collarbone or something, doing nothing. We could attempt to trade, or we could talk to people. Well, this is the MS-DOS version. A lot of us played it on Apple IIs with the cheapest possible monitor, which only came in green. Alright, let's talk. Aunt Rebecca... Apparently you have an aunt here. Aunt Rebecca Sims tells you... With the crowds of people waiting to get on the... I can't do that. Sorry, no voice acting. I'm not good enough. Alrighty. Anything else to do while we are stopped? Yeah, it doesn't really seem like there's anything to do at the Kansas River Crossing other than cross it. It's very weird that she'd go like 108 miles out of town just to hang out. That's right, we've got the Dust Bowl coming up in another 40 years or so. Okay. We are down to... doesn't actually say our... Here it is. We're down to 960 pounds of food. We started at 1,000, man. This is not a dire strait. Alrighty, anything else we should do? Alrighty, off we go. You must cross the river in order to continue. The river at this point is currently 631 feet across and 5.2 feet deep in the middle. So, we could attempt to ford the river. Just so you're aware, the bottom of the wagon is lower than 5.2 feet. We could caulk the wagon and float it across. We can take a ferry. We can wait for the conditions to change. Alright, we've got a completely split decision here. There's not like an average. So, all of you, fight it out. Yeah, or I could just pick the one thing you guys didn't pick. If you're going to be indecisive. All right, so 2 is getting a consensus. All of you changed to continue to disagree. You're all so persuasive. Alright. Alright, so for third round, we have 1 for Ford, 1 for Ferry, and... Still waiting on CW's vote for round 3. Okay. Alright, that's a vote for 1, a vote for 2, and a vote for 3. Round 4. Okay. Round 4, the first vote is for 2. Waiting for the second and third votes. Oh, 2 people said 2. We're doing it. Hey, we had no trouble floating the wagon across. Alright. We rocked out with our... There's no way I'm going to pronounce this correctly. Anyway, from the Kansas River crossing, it is 82 miles to the Big Blue River crossing. Jeff has a snake bite. Dun dun dun. And again, I hit enter instead of spacebar. You're now at the Big Blue River crossing. Would you like to look around? Maybe you'll see Captain Falcon. Oh no, Snakebite is my revenge for all of the mimic chests in Parasite Eve. What I want to know is that when you caulk the wagon and float it across, where are all the oxen? Are they just swimming? Alright, so we can check our supplies, look at the map, change our pace and food rations, we can stop to rest. Our health is fair, thanks to all the broken bones and snake bites. We can attempt to trade, or we can talk to people. So our supplies are, yeah, we're down to 910 pounds of food, still have plenty. None of our sets of clothing have disappeared. We've got all of our extra supplies. We've lost no additional money, and just the food has changed. Alright, shall we do anything else while we're stopped? Alright, guy with the stink bite says keep going. Yep, he's a tough one. So we must cross the river in order to continue. The river at this point is currently 238 feet across and 3.5 feet deep in the middle. Our same choices. However, there is no ferry this time, so we can ford, caulk, or wait. Bearing in mind, once again, that I believe the depth of the wagon is 2 feet, so any attempt to ford above 3.5 feet is dangerous. But I am here to obey the will of the people. We've got 2 for ford, so here we go. You get the elections you deserve. Oh, the river is too deep to ford. You lose 4 sets of clothing, 115 bullets, 521 pounds of food, and an ox. You're lucky you didn't drown. I'm sorry, but you brought this on yourselves. Yes, you're all still alive, but only one of you isn't naked now. So, from the Big Blue River crossing, it is 118 miles to Fort Kearney. Yep, we're down to one of the oxen is injured. You are now at Fort Kearney, and we are looking around. Okay, our health has gone from fair to poor. It's cold, and we don't have any clothing. That might have something to do with it. So, we can, again, change our pace, our rations, or everything. We can attempt to trade. We've seen as we lost an ox, that's and another is injured. There could be a need there. Clothing to improve our health might be useful in April. We of course can keep on talking, and we can, since it's a fort, we don't have to rely on trade. We could just straight out buy supplies. Okay. So, CW says buy clothing. Okay, we have replaced our clothing. Do we want to replace oxen or anything else? We can still stock up on extra wagon supplies. The ironic thing is, the 4 sets of clothing we lost in the river were bathing suits. Okay. So we're gonna buy 1 ox and some food. How much food? I need something better than that. Well, if you eat the food, yes, you will be all the pounds. We did not lose our spare parts. Alrighty. So we will go up to 200 pounds of food then. Alrighty. Let me check our spare parts real quick, because I didn't read that we lost any. Nope. Okay, so that brings us back up to 6 oxen. Set of clothing for each person. We still have 125 bullets, even though we lost a lot of them in the flood. And we're back up to 539 pounds of food that probably isn't waterlogged, but, you know. Alrighty. Is there anything else we want to do at the fort? I don't know if we should buy more bullets, because it's not like we're ever stopping to hunt so far. But if we plan on doing that later, 115 is not a whole lot of bullets if we're going to be relying on that for food for later. But I am but a humble advisor. It is up to everyone to decide what our bulleting needs are. Alright, 10,000 bullets, according to... Alrighty. So... ammunition. Alright. So, one more box of bullets. Alright, that gives us an extra 20. Anything else? So, Scout tells us that the game is still plentiful, but it's starting to get harder and harder to find. Apparently people often take only a small portion of what they shoot and leave the rest to rot. Now, that sounds very wasteful. We won't be doing any such thing, will we? We'll take it all. And what will be our next step? Well, yes, you guys just have to ask. We can absolutely go hunting whenever you want me to stop to hunt. Be interesting to see the lag, how the lag factors into that, but, you know, we'll work with it. Alright, so... now we have to continue then hunt rather than the other way around. From Fort Kearney, it is 250 miles to Chimney Rock. And as... alright, I didn't quite catch that. Somebody had the measles, I didn't catch the name. Anyway, well, we'll hunt. Okay. No, let's wait for the big stuff. But, oh, there you are. Alright. Now in this old version, you can't, like, stop hunting. You just have to wait for it to time out. And yes, the flower beds and the grass, and even the corpses will block your shots. For the animals you shot, you got 870 pounds of meat. However, you were only able to carry 100 pounds back to the wagon. Bro, do you even lift? Alright, do we want to do anything else from the trail menu, or just keep on going down the... easing on down the trail? And in the meantime, can somebody quickly zip back down the stream to see who caught the measles in that, like, one frame you're able to see it? Jeff has typhoid. Oh dear. Not the fever, just typhoid. So our health is now very poor. So, you know, keep that in mind if you want us to stop and rest or anything like that. Severe blizzard, lose a day. I guess that was technically resting. Oh, another blizzard. Jeff has died. Poor dude indeed. Our first casualty. Well, I suppose all the injuries were casualties, but our first death. And I think, isn't he like... He will not, in fact, be right back. He will be dead and buried. Our health is still very poor even with him dead, so that didn't raise our average. Joseph has died. Welcome back, Jeff. Alright, 2 down, 3 to go. Wrong trail, lose a day. Oh, our health has improved to regular poor. No, we're back down to very poor. Angela, you have cholera, by the way. We're now at Chimney Rock. Alright, so there's 3 of us left. Yeah, we'll go through food slower. Our health is very poor. So, what would you like to do here? Just straight up continue? Does anybody want to check our supplies, trade, talk, rest, change our pace or our food rations? Well, let's see if anybody's trading for a Phoenix Down. Oh, they want 219 bullets for a Phoenix Down, but we don't have enough. Alright, so we've got a vote to change our food rations to filling. Maybe our health will improve. Anything else to do while we're at the pit stop? It's going to be like 300 miles until like the next river crossing, so if you need to go to the bathroom, go now. Is that a suggestion or a decision? Okay. I see Silver has a horse in this race. Steady pace, and we're going to stop and rest. How many days would you like to rest? I have no idea what the maximum is, but I would imagine the minimum is 1. Alright, just 1. Or is it 2? We've rested the first day. Somebody going to vote to raise the average number of days of rest? Alrighty. Health is still poor after the second day of rest. But we're in May now. It probably won't be as cold. Keep resting or press on. Press on it is, apparently. Any objections? Alright, we will press on and press our luck. From Chimney Rock, it is 86 miles to Fort Laramie. Big health, no dysentery, and stop. Stopped at a broken leg. And the Nox wanders off, so hey, we got an extra 2 days of rest, and our health is now fair, even with the broken leg. Yeah, broken leg, not broken lag. We have found a grave site. Now this is interesting. I wonder what saved grave sites there are here. Here lies Voland. Hey, hey, hey. Come out and play. Well, we're not good at finding the trail. Alright, so since we missed talking last time, I'll make sure to get that talk in for Fort Laramie. So named after the fictitious cigarette brand in The Simpsons. Yep, so our suggestion here is to make sure that we get through the walkies before it gets too late in the year. Otherwise, we will have to go through the mines of Moria. So we are fair of health. This Fort Laramie is another place where you can just legitly buy supplies. We can also attempt to trade again. We can make other changes. But just to let you guys know how utterly futile our adventure is, I'm going to make you look at the map. There we are at Laramie. We're like maybe a quarter of the way at most, and 2 people are dead already. Just to give you some perspective. Yeah, we do have winter clothes, unless you guys, drown them again. There are plenty of more rivers to cross, so it's entirely possible. Alright, we got one of us the dead guy's ready to move on. And we continue to our doom. From Fort Laramie, it is 190 miles to Independence Rock. Alex has a fever. And the only cure is filling rations and resting. Severe thunderstorm. Lose a day. I think that's like the only sound effect in the whole game. Another severe thunderstorm. Oh. We found some wild fruit. Hopefully it doesn't poison us. One of the oxen has died. We're back down to 5. A lot of wild fruit around here, though. And welcome to Independence Rock. Alrighty. Alright, we'll go hunting as soon as we continue on the trail. In the meantime, there's no shops here, but we can try to trade. And we can do the usual talking and so forth. Alrighty. Big Louie. You know, from the Oregon Trail Mafia. All he did is describe where the trail goes, so that wasn't very useful. Alright. Our supplies right now is we've got 5 ox and a set of clothing for each, 143 bullets, we've got 2 each of the spare parts, 242 pounds of food, and $218.50. The 50 cents, however, is all in pennies. And let's see, somebody wanted to trade, so we'll take a look. Someone's willing to trade 37 pounds of food for a wagon tongue. Are you willing to trade? He says take it. So this means that we lose a wagon tongue and we gain 37 pounds of food. Looks like we've got 2 yeses. So, that's a yes. Okay. And off we go. It's however many miles to whatever's next, and now we're hunting without anybody getting the measles first. Aw. Alright, that should get me over 100. Just dance around in place until the game decides to let us leave. So I wonder... Yeah, 135 pounds, that wasn't too bad. Not too much overkill. Alright, do you want to continue hunting or hit the road? Alrighty. It's hot, but health is good, and we have an injured oxen. Yay. Oh, one more hunting season? Okay, we'll hunt for food. Ah! There. The other bison tried to distract me. 881 pounds for 100. Alright, hunt again or keep on keeping on. I can't try for the deer anymore. That's about how much lag there is. Alright, we'll do one more and then we'll leave no matter what. Not fast enough for the deer, but he came back. I can't actually hit anything over there because the game put me in a terrible position. $58. Yay. Wrong trail lose. I'm guessing Jeff had the GPS and we buried it with him. Alright, 60 miles until a pile of rocks. Dead ox. Again. This is the third ox we've lost. We now have had more dead oxen than people now. Here's South Pass, where we're apparently threatening a native. Alrighty. So, we've got our usual selections. What would you like to do here at South Pass? Do we have enough bullets? We're down to 138. That's theoretically 1,380 pounds of food if I can take down a bison with each and every last one of those bullets. 2, 7, and 8. Alright, we'll take a quick second look at the supplies. We're down to 393 pounds of food. We've got 2 wheels, 2 axles, 1 tongue. We're down to 4 oxen, and we still have 5 sets of clothing, even though there is now only 3 people to wear them. We have $218.50. Yes, I mean that many pounds. Alright. I met another immigrant who wants 153 bullets. Yeah, we don't have that many. And let's see who in the Oregon Trail Mafia we talk to now. Oh no, we get to talk to one of the natives. I wonder if we get a different result if we keep attempting to trade. Let's see. Somebody wants one of our axles. They'll give us a superfluous set of clothing. Are you willing to trade? I've got to say, people are really lowballing us in these trades. Like 37 pounds of food for a tongue. We could get like 100 pounds from a single bullet. But nobody would trade a bullet for a tongue, that's for sure. Alright. Are you ready to pass through the pass? Or do we still have business? Hi-ho, silver, away. So the trail divides. We have a new choice. We can head for the Green River crossing. We could head for Fort Bridger. So let's take a look at the map so you can have all the information you get. So Fort Bridger is the longer route. But there's an extra pit stop. So do we go straight to the crossing? Do we go to the fort? We've got 1 vote for the fort, 2 votes for the fort, and 1 vote to look at the map, which we did. So everybody gets what they want this time. Isn't that wonderful? It is 125 miles to Fort Brigadier. Our health is good. The sun is shining. Well, no, the weather's raining. Welcome to July. Oh, we have another injured oxen. You know what that means. We'll have a dead one soon. But man, the wild fruit keeps delivering. And we're looking around at the fort. Alright, so there is a store here. What would you guys like to do? I think we might... We've got 4, and one of them might die as soon as we leave the fort, apparently, after the injury. It could recover. I'm not really sure how that mechanic works. Alrighty. Oh, you have an aunt here, so that's why we came to the fort. Apparently, she thinks this place is a waste of time. Alright, I'm sensing a desire to buy oxen. How many oxen would you like to buy? Now remember, outside of Independence, it's, they sell by the ox, not by the yoke. Alright, we got a vote for 1. Alright, 1 it is. Did we want to buy anything else? Oh, you think things expensive here. If every fort gets pricier and pricier as we go. We have burnt through more than 3/4 of our life savings now. Right, so I'm seeing an axle and 200 pounds of food. Alright, we are down to $96. We have now gone through 7/8 of our life savings. Alright, not seeing anything more in the chat, so out we go. Alrighty. Got a vote to move on. So from here, it's 162 miles to Soda Springs. Hey, somebody knew we were going to break an axle, apparently. I was unable to repair the axle, so I have to replace it with the spare part we just bought. It's very hot. Oh, we missed Independence Day. Angela, congratulations. You are the first person to get dysentery. Our health is now fair, by the way. Okay, so we can trade, talk, change things up, rest. Here's our current supply situation. Again, it looks like our injured ox may have recovered. We've got 5 oxen and enough sets of clothing for each of them. It's very hot, so I suppose we're not wearing them anymore. We've got 138 bullets, 2 wheels, 2 axles, 1 tongue, 361 pounds of food, and $96. Yes, and if you get to Soda Springs before soda, you'll make it. Alright, we'll talk and we'll rest a day. Oh, not your aunt. Somebody's just complaining about the hard work we're all doing. Oh, your bed's too hard? Well, 2 of my people are dead. We have rested a day. Not enough rest for you, Silver? Apparently so. From Soda Springs, it is 57 miles to Fort Hall. Wild fruit again. Very little water. Bad water. Our health is now poor. No, it's back to fair. Angela, you got a snake bite. You're just racking them up. I don't know if you're gonna make it now. Okay. So, again, it's a fort, so you can buy supplies. But again, they're not gonna come cheap. What would you like to do? We still have the 5 oxen, the 5 sets of clothing, the 138 bullets, the 2 wheels, 2 axles, a tongue, where you've got 318 pounds of food, which isn't down that much because it was a short trip and we found the wild fruit, and we still have $96. Oh, Miles Hendrick, another new guy. Oh. Well, I guess Angela has to be the missus, since we do not have a great, maybe we need to recruit some extra women for the blog, so Angela doesn't have to just be the chick. Okay, so we're gonna hunt for food. From Fort Hall, it is 182 miles to the Snake River crossing. Hunt. Oh boy. Come on, bear. There we go. That should do it. Ah, I didn't mean to hit that. One bear should be enough, right? Yes. Bears are plentiful with meat. Alright, well there goes the other leg. Another lost trail. Those lost trails are really wrecking us. Again. In wild fruit almost as often as lost trails, though. Rough trail. Inadequate grass. Inadequate grass. Which is weird because we've got to be close to Colorado at this point. Alright, so we'll try to repair the broken wagon wheel. We were unable again. And we replaced it with a spare part. Impassable trail. At least that, hey, our health is good. I guess all of our broken limbs and diseases and snake bites have healed up. Waiting for all the... Ooh, another gravesite. Let's see if this one's safe for work. Here lies Jiffer. And we lost a tongue. We only have one tongue in reserve. Hey, shock. We were unable to repair the tongue. We can't repair anything. We are now at the Snake River crossing. That was a chiptune rendition of Shenandoah, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so we'll do our usual check supplies and talk to people, since I know that's coming. Our supplies, we have 2 axles, 1 wheel, no tongues. We've got 150 pounds of food, so we should probably hunt soon. We still have 135 bullets, 5 clothes, 5 oxen, and $96. A frantic wife tells you. Oh, her husband won't ask for directions. Know how this goes. So the clear suggestion here is that we should hire a native guide to successfully get through the Snake River. So is there anything else? Do you want to make a change, rest, trade? Yep, I see a trade. No one wants to trade with you today, Jeff. Maybe it's because you're, you know, a ghost. Alrighty. Time to... I'd say time to hit the dusty trail, but we're going through the Snake River now, so... Oh boy. In order to cross the... You must cross the river in order to continue. The river at this point is 1,000 feet across and 6 feet deep. We have four choices. We can ford the river. We can conk the wagon and float it across. We can hire a native to help, or we can wait to see if conditions improve. So how shall we cross? Alright. Got somebody who wants to ask for directions. Unlike the non-hysterical husband. Well, let's find out. Because I don't think it says anything. Maybe it's in the information. Nope. Alright, I guess we'll have to find out after we make the decision. Remember, don't pay the ferryman until he gets you to the other side. Hey! He wants the clothing that people died in for some reason. Will you accept this offer? Well, I'm glad to have your consent, seeing as it's your clothing on the line. Here we go. We had no trouble floating the wagon across on the ghosts of our departed members. It is now 113 miles to Fort Boise. Angela has exhaustion. And we have a broken wagon axle. Like, immediately. We haven't even moved a muscle yet. See, what I'm guessing is the person we hired to float us across probably sabotaged the axle so he could take us to his repair service. I've done this scam before. I know this one. We used a spare part. We have bad water, and now we're hunting. And that's a terrible position. Oh! Made it work. If you think you have exhaustion now, Angela, just wait till you have to lug 100 pounds of bear meat back to the wagon. Shall we do more hunting? Okay, more hunting then. Oh, you. Come on, give me something good. Give me something good. Shoot the cacti. Pfft. Can't even hit the squirrel. Ooh. Uh-oh. There we go. Just in time. Okay, one more. Oh, nope. Rock's in the way. I think I blew my good shooting on that first hunting trip. Used up all my cool points. Alright, so we've got an extra 300 pounds. Is that good enough, or do you bloodthirsty meat eaters want even more death? ghost is telling me to continue. Alright, so can we make it to the fort without the wagon, like, literally catching fire? Or Angela literally catching fire? Back with that cholera again. And of course we lose the trail. Alright, we got to Boise. On top of Old Smoky, apparently. Alright, so I remember the vote to buy more supplies. We're down to 1 wheel, 1 axle, and 0 tongues, so I'm assuming a tongue is your first priority? Now, wagon parts are $22.50 each. So we can buy 4 parts, but that would leave us with very little money for anything else. So what are your priorities here? Also remember, if you buy too many parts, we can no longer buy an ox or pay for ferries. And there's also a toll road coming up, but I do not remember what the price is. Alright, 1 tongue. We're down to $73.50. So, yep, the vote is overwhelmingly for 1 tongue, which is also replacing the parts we have 0 of. We've got 1 of each now. Is that enough shopping for today? Oh, absolutely. RNGesus cannot save you. We've got about, let's head back to the supply list. 128 bullets. That probably is enough, unless we wanted to trade them. Alrighty. A trader with 6 mules, as opposed to the trader with 7 mules. Those blue mountains. So, considering that there is nothing I could do to, like, heed his advice, I guess that's just there for historic context. Alrighty. We'll take a quick peek at the map. Oh man. So we're about 3/4 of the way there. And nobody else died in the whole middle half. You know, despite everyone's best efforts getting sick and broken and what have you. So, anything left to do in town? Oh, Fort Boise, we're in Idaho. It is 100 and... Oh wait, I'm not doing the narrator voice. From Fort Boise, it is 160 miles to the Blue Mountains. And we immediately bust an axle. I was unable to repair. Alright, we have 0 spare axles left. And then we bust a wheel. We repaired the wheel, thank goodness. Angela, you got dysentery again. Our health is fair, our what? And the tongue. We've just lost. We got hit with all 3 repairs. Okay, we were unable to repair it. Oh god. Alright. Everything's getting busted so much. We're down to 1 wheel. We're actually low on food. Did you want to hunt again? Looking at that supply list there. Ha. Oh! Ah, the rabbit blocked me from getting the bear. I'll just kill all the rabbits. Squirrels. Take that, Elmer Fudd. I make it look easy. 7 pounds of meat. Thanks to that second rabbit. Ah, no, no, no! Ugh. Wrong buttons. Crap. This is where it all comes unglued, everybody. Going to get 1 okay, here we are. Finished. Okay. Now that we're back in the swing of hunting, do you want to take down more big game, or shall we continue? 2 more hunts. Okay. Like 2 in general, or 2 successful ones? You guys saw that, right? It was coming right for me. Yeah, 154 pounds. These are... yeah, the bears used to be closer to 200. Okay. Whoa. Alright. Our last hunting trip. And we shall move on. Yeah, they had it coming. Ding, bears are done. Alrighty. Oh, hey, we got grass again. Heavy fog? Oh, that's a new one. Wrong trail again. 'Cause why not? God, it's October already. I thought death usually comes like a thief in the night, but apparently it's just taking food. I guess that was Jep. We're now at the Blue Mountains. Alrighty. Let's check our supplies real quick. We've got 5 oxen. We've got a set of clothing for each survivor. 118 bullets still. 1 wagon wheel, no other spare parts. $73.50 and 294 pounds of food. Alright, so we'll also talk to people. Hills were dreadful steep. The hills are about to go up. That you're also about to go up. Okay. Well, we can try to trade for them. Somebody wants 3 wagon wheels. I bet they do. Hey, come on. Alright, well, we can trade away a set of clothing and get 53 extra bullets. You guys want that trade? I was hoping to find spare parts. Not bullets, really. Alright, so should I attempt to trade until we get somebody offering wagon parts? Because this might be pretty much it. Let me take a look at the map here. Well, we do have Fort Walla Walla is our next destination. If you want to risk going there with only 1 spare part. Shall we trade, rest, or continue? He wants our last wheel for 23 pounds of food. What do you guys say? Alrighty, cross our fingers and go for the fort. Oh, but we have a choice, because the fort is taking the long way around. We could go straight to the Dales instead. But I think we're very interested in the fort, but it is October already. It is only 55 miles out of the way, apparently. Heavy fog was a... We could not possibly bust up a wheel before we get to the fort, right? At least our health is good. Alright. So, double check the supplies. Yep, the wheel is the thing we have one of, so we need axles and tongues. Let's see what the people here are saying. Alright, so I'm hearing by 1 axle and 1 tongue. They're 25 bucks each. We're down to $23.50. Alright, anything else to do at Fort Walla Walla? Oh, don't curse us, you ghost. You might be okay from here. It is 120 miles to the Dales. I doubt the grass in Washington is inadequate either. We're down to 159 pounds of food. It might be enough for 3 people, but we should probably go hunting at some point soon. Happy Halloween, everybody! So we'll check our supplies. We made it here with all of our spare parts intact. We're down to 123 pounds of food, but we got a lot of bullets. Okay. Now, your health is fair. Do you want to rest first or just head out? Well, 17 is an odd number. They probably had 3 people die. So we hear. Alright, so we'll have our choice. We can take the Barlow Toll Road. I think we have enough money for it. Or we can float down the Columbia River. Columbia River involves that mini game people were talking about earlier, but if we go on the Barlow Toll Road, we can hunt. And, like, break more axles and, you know, also get, you know, more cholera and dysentery and broken limbs. Ooh. Alright, that's 2 for the Barlow Road, so screw the minigame, I have money. Oh yeah, 750, I got this. 100 miles to Willamette Valley and our improbable victory. And we lost 6 days right off the bat. It's a good thing we had enough food to get through 6 days. Dear God. Slow. Come on, bear. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Got him. Bears are getting a little thicker. Keep hunting, or are we good? 300 pounds of food, okay. Take that, Rudolph. Oh, in the long shot. There's no kill like overkill. Yes, news of the bear's extinction is greatly exaggerated. Okay, and the last hunt of the game, it would seem. Whoa! Can't panic when they come right up on me. Nope, that's 2. Yeah, I'm standing in exactly the wrong position to do anything, really. Close enough. And of course, you know, we gotta do our boss rush here, so we lose an ox. Oh, there it is. There it is. We made it to Willamette Valley. We set out at the earliest possible time. We got there at November 18th. Congratulations, you've made it to Oregon. Let's see how many points you have received. We got there with 3 people in fair health, 1 wagon, as I what, you can, like, not have wagons? 4 oxen, 3 parts, 3 sets of clothing, 109 bullets, 233 pounds of food, and $16 in our back pocket. That $16, by the way, is all we're going to have to buy a house now that we're there. And our points are doubled for going as a carpenter. So that's going to be, just over 2,500 points, I think. Yay. Oh hey, made it into the top somehow. On the other hand, I would say she has terrible genes for catching all those diseases to begin with. Alright, so we lived. That was not what I was expecting, but we lived. Alright, well, hey. I suppose not all of the live streams can last 3 hours, but, you know, we did well. You guys want to try again as a farmer and hope we have enough money to actually get there? Okay, we're going to travel the trail as the farmer from Illinois. Here, alright, so I'll switch your positions to see if that has any effect on, you know, who gets to live and who gets to die. Wow, my typing is just not going here. Okay, which month? Oh, sorry, I think we can, I don't think we can go back now. April again. Alright. 400 in cash. Okay. So we could buy 10 yoke and nothing else. So we were losing oxen quite a bit. We might want to buy some extra to start out with, instead of having to pay more money to pick them up later on the trail. Seeing as there's no maintenance cost for any of our equipment. Alright, I've got 3 yokes, 6 oxen. Okay. 3. Alright, how much clothing do we want? 0 sets, 1 sets, 2 sets, 17 sets. Okay. Next are spare parts. Do we want to max these out after what happened last time? Then on day one, a thief steals them all. Okay. Next, ammunition. I think we had like a right and proper amount last time, but I don't remember how much we got. Alright, so we picked up 7 boxes. That'll be 140 bullets. That's more than we used last time. So even if we have less food going out, we'll be fine. Okay, so do we or do we not want to buy food, or do we want to hunt immediately after leaving Independence? Okay, so we're not buying food. Did we want to get more oxen or clothing before leaving? Yep, farmer leaves with no food. But that's kind of what the game is forcing us to do. Okay. Once again, we head out on April Fool's Day, but maybe the joke's on us. Alrighty. So, what pace do you want to use? Steady, grueling, or strenuous? Ooh, grueling. Alright, there's nothing between strenuous and grueling, so you guys are going to have to come to an agreement. Or do you want me to just break ties? Alright, strenuous it is. And we've got one vote for filling rations. What's the other vote? Alright, fill them up. Time to leave, and from Independence, it is 102 miles to the Kansas River crossing. And hunt. Oh wait, no, we have to actually move. There we go. Now we hunt. Oh. Oh, that was a gimme. Oh, come on. We need analog control. This bodes well. Alright, actually hit something. Alright, that got us to 100. The deer, unfortunately, are not enough by themselves. Alright, so what's our goal amount of food to hunt here? Alright, so we got 300 and 1,000, so... Alright, we'll split the difference. Man is in the thicket. Oh no, squirrels, stay away from the corpse. It's all mine. Got him. Oh, let's see, I've already lost count here. Alrighty. So, 3 more. Tease. You didn't see that? Yeah, can't hit him. Okay, we'll do one more after this, and then it's on the trail. Yeah, should have stayed there. I'm getting RNG'd again, I think. Oh, come on. Alright, so after that incredibly inefficient hunting, We have 672 pounds of food, and we used 31 bullets. Apparently a day passes every time we hunt. And welcome. Welcome to the Kansas River Crossing, gentlemen. What would you like to do? Here's some useful information that would have helped us last time. Don't try to ford any river deeper than the wagon bed, about 2.5 feet. You'll swamp your wagon and lose your supplies. How about that? Anything else, or shall we get rolling? Okay. Pop quiz, hotshot. The Kansas River is 610 feet across and 2.3 feet deep. What is the correct answer? Ford, conk the wagon and float it, take the ferry, or wait? Any other votes, or are we going to, or are we all gonna float down here? Alrighty. Well then, no pressure. And no trouble. 82 miles to Big Blue. And here we are. Alrighty. Just more complaining. I can't put them in their place yet because nobody's died. Somebody needs to hurry up and do that. Okay, what's next? Okay, here's your next quiz. The river is 226 feet across. It is 1.9 feet deep. Do you ford it? Do you float it? Or do you forget about it? Here we go. Alright, 2 rivers, no disasters. 118 miles to our first fort. But a thief comes in the night and steals 4 of the oxen. We're down to 2 already. We're at Fort Kearney. Would you like to look around? I bet you would. Alright, so you just want to talk this time, or would you also like to buy supplies? history there. Alright. So we can buy up to 5 oxen. How many would you like to buy? Alright, this brings us back up to 4. Ready to go? $250 miles to Chimney Rock. We still have 400 pounds of food. Ooh, snow. Mayday. Now we're up to May the 4th, and then Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, nobody's been injured yet. This is amazing. Alright. Oh, there's Aunt Rebecca again. Alright. Anything you'd like to do before heading out? It's remarkable how well we're doing, despite getting all of our oxen stolen. "86 miles to the next fort." Joseph has measles. This is what we get for talking about it. You just love tempting fate, don't you? Okay. So, we can talk, we can buy, we can rest, we can change, we can check. Let's check, actually. What's our food doing? Down to 237 pounds of food. Yep, just let me know when you want me to stop the hunt, and that is what I'll do. In the meantime, it's 190 miles to Independence Rock, which it appears that we're going to get there before Independence Day. Much like you want to get to Fraggle Rock before Fraggle Day. Down to 57 pounds of food at Independence Rock. But it's May 23rd, so we're doing good on time. Because we're not getting lost every 5 seconds. Yep, so we'll hunt as soon as we get out. And in the meantime, you want to do anything at Independence Rock? I'm assuming talk. I'm sure all of those names are now cars. Alright, 102 miles to the South Pass, and... whoops, we have to actually move to hunt. There we go. Alright, so how much hunting should we do? What's our goal level of food here? Oh, now the buffalo comes. Alright. That's one down. 4 to go. Alright, that's 200. Alright, 300. Oh, that's a bad spot. Okay. Oh, Nope. Nothing? Bunny rabbit. Come on. It's our last one, man. Hey, yeah. We can do this. I'm gonna watch my itchy trigger finger. That would have been 1 pound of meat. Oh, come on. Alright, well, let's get one more deer if I can't get anything else. There we go. Yeah, in the later versions of this game, you could overhunt. Like, animals would stop showing up if you just kept hunting at the same place over and over. Don't know if that's because you were committing genocide or they're just learning to stay away from you. Oh boy, the ox aren't eating much here. But we got a South Pass. Still have 397 pounds of food. We'll do your usual talking and let me know if there's anything else we got to get done while we're here. Alright, we'll talk twice, and hey, we actually get new things. Again with the tempting. I'm just gonna move on before you can do any more damage. Okay, no, we got a choice anyway. We can go straight for the Green River Crossing, or we can divert to Fort Bridger, Brugger. Fort Bridges of Madison County. Okay. 125 miles. You just don't want to get that extra river crossing in, do you? We broke a wagon tongue, but we were able to repair it. I'm not even sure what a wagon tongue is. Is that just the thing that connects the oxen to the wagon? Because I'm pretty sure I've got a handle on what wheels and axles are. Alright. Anything to do at Bridger other than talk to people? Alright, we'll check our supplies. We've got 277 pounds of food, full set of gear, 5 sets of clothing. We're down to 88 bullets, 4 oxen, and $76. Alrighty. Let's roll. 162 miles to Soda Springs. But there's very little water now. Oh, we finally got diverted. We're making such good time, too. Our health is fair, though. The heat must be getting to us. We are now at Soda Springs, and we're down to 67 pounds of food. Oh, this person again. Well, nah, everyone's doing okay, actually, so whatever. Alright, so our health is fair. Do you want to rest first, or just continue on? Food is indeed low, and maybe the hunt days count as rest days. Yeah. Oh, you. Okay, how much food do you want me to shoot up for you? $600, okay. Well, here's 100. That squirrel just won't leave. Thank you. Ooh, a bear. We're getting into bear territory. Swarm a bear. Alrighty, that's 200. 250. 300. Back from the hunt. Nope. When you go, nobody dies. Unlike a certain somebody else. that brings us up to 400. 2 more trips if we can max it out. Nope, nobody's dead this time yet. We are at this moment. My current directive is to continue hunting until I have another 200 pounds of food from where I was when you came in. I was originally told to hunt 600 pounds, so there's just 2 left. Oh, I think I'm only getting 50 out of this one. Alright, so 2 trips. This is not a good map. Oh, well, there's the other 50. Stop teasing me. Alright, come on. Let's get good, proper one out of this. Ha! I've got no bullets left, probably. My accuracy rating has been much lower this game. I guess carpenters shoot more often than farmers do for some reason. Alright, so we got that 600 pounds of food for... Oh, actually, no, I must have miscounted. We've got one more thing to kill. We're down to 71 bullets, so we've gone through just about half of the bullets. But we've also gone through just about half of the trail, so we're probably okay. Alright, we got that 600 pounds of food now. Oh, I know why, because we keep eating a day's worth of food every day I hunt. That's why it's not even. Alright, well, moving on. Our health is good again. But Angela has a fever. And the only cure is more wagon tongues, apparently. Alrighty. So here we are at Fort Hall. Just bring everybody up to speed. We're still maxed out on spare parts. We have 70 bullets, plenty of food, $76, and 4 oxen. Does anybody want to go shopping, trading, talking? Oh, Rebecca's here. Ready? We've got the talk and continue. It's going to be 182 miles to the Snake River crossing. It's very hot, and it's very dry. Not so dry for the wild fruit, but definitely too dry for the grass, and the water again, and the water again. And Jeff has the measles, and our health is poor. But it's only 86 miles to the river. And Jep comes back, leaves our oxen alone this time, but takes 98 pounds of food. Well, of course, because he can only carry 100 pounds after all. Okay, we're at very poor health. Do we want to do something about it or just keep going to Snake River? Okay, we'll rest for a day. Still very poor. Everybody says rest, so we'll rest 1 day for each person who said it. Our condition has been upgraded to regular poor. Oh, another 3. Still poor. Let's make sure we're not... No, we still have food. Bad. Joseph has dysentery and inadequate grass. Hey, is that... Yep, that's Jiffer's gravesite again. One of the oxen is injured. Find wild. Boy, this has been fraught with random. But we're now at the Snake River. Everybody's still alive. This was a triumph. We can rest some more. Here are our supplies, in case you were wondering. We can trade, we can talk, or we can forge on. Alright, resting again. Alright, we're gonna talk. Oh, it's Big Louie again. At least we saw him at a different spot this time. And let's see who's trading. Whoops. I hit talk again, not trade. Let's try this. Somebody wants to give us 55 bullets for a wagon axle. What do you guys want? Would you rather have the wagon axle, or would you rather have 55 bullets? I've got 1 vote to trade. Alright, it's a unanimous consent. And now to get Silver's request for arrest in. Okay. Alright, it is now August 1st. We are at poor health still, thanks to those measles and dysentery. And probably, the hot weather, and repeated days of bad water and inadequate grass, but we can keep going, we can keep resting. What's your pleasure? Suggestion to lower our pace for 2 weeks. So we're at strenuous, so that'll take us down to steady. Change the pace and hunt some more. Okay, but we have a river to cross first. 1,000 feet across, 6 feet deep in the middle. We can ford, we can float, we can beg for help, or we can wait. Bearing in mind there are no corpses to take clothing off of this time. Let's see what he wants. 3 sets of clothing. His price has gone up. Are you willing to accept this offer? Bearing in mind we've got 5 able-bodied people and 5 sets of clothing. Alright, I've got one no. Is there a... Okay. No, we will not. Okay, so do you want to forward or do you want to float? I mean, if you forward, you could lose 3 pieces of clothing anyway, right? I've got 1 vote for float. Alright, we've got a float. We've got a check again. What are we getting from Dio this time? Check again. 2 sets of clothing. Price went down. Still clothing, though. No, it's he. It says very clearly that it's a he. Alright, 1 vote to reject. Is there a second? The motion having been moved and seconded, it is defeated. Motion on the floor is now to conk the wagon and float it across. All those in favor say aye. Clear majority in the affirmative, the motion passes. Oh! We lost 2 axles. Now, the funny thing is, a wagon axle at a fort has the same price as an article of clothing, so we actually did not save any money passing up the clothing. Yeah, I wonder how we could possibly lose our clothing in such an event, considering that we were wearing each of the pairs, right? 113 miles to Boise. Yes, there's 1 axle. Luckily, we did not just break an axle, we broke a wheel. We were unable to repair the wheel, so we're down a wheel too now. Game is starting to turn on us. Alright, our health is fair. It's better. Taking a couple of weeks off and having a dunk in the river has definitely improved things. Yep. So we can hunt after leaving Fort Boise, but you know, as remember from last time, Boise is very close to the end. We might all get there alive. Oh, our supplies right now are no axles, 2 wheels, 3 tongues. We used up all our food, but we've got 125 bullets, 5 sets of clothing, 4 oxen, $76, and a partridge and a pear tree. Oh, it's that guy with 6 mules. He didn't sell any from last time. Alright, so buy them supplies. So let's see, wagon axles. How many axles do we want to buy? 1, 2, or 3? Bearing in mind, if we buy 3, we will not be able to take the toll road at the end. Alright, that's 1 axle. Alright, just 1. Okay, do you wish to buy anything else? Alright, 160 miles to the Blue Mountains. And hunting time. Hopefully PETA has not heard about this stream. Yet we have at least one of every part. The thing we traded for bullets. Alright, so how long should I hunt? What is your goal amount of food here? Alright, back to 600. That might be enough to take us all the way. Also, while we're talking it over, do you want to keep the steady pace, or do you want to go back up to strenuous once we're done hunting? Our health is fair. Take that, bunny. No, our health is now good. We do get the benefit of rest on hunting days. Oh. 2 votes for steady, 1 vote for strenuous. Gotcha. Oh, that was easy. For now. It is benevolent for now. Alright, we're up to 430, so we'll hunt twice more if we get the full load. And that's 1 out of 2. Alright, off we go. Little water and a rough trail, and heavy fog, and a wrong trail. Oh, our health is fair, so we have to switch back. And we lost an ox. We're down to 3. Boy, September's pretty dry around here. A thief comes in the night and steals 3 oxen. That brings us down to 0, actually. Okay. Well, we'll attempt to trade. Trying to find someone who will trade for an ox. 1 axle for 1 wheel. Do you want to do it? Give up our last axle to get a superfluous wheel? Oh no. 2 wagon. No. We're looking for an ox. Give me an ox. Ox. No ox. Ooh. We trade 184 pounds of food. They'll give us an ox. We can just go hunting. That's a trade of people offering oxen. Okay, we're up to 1. Do you want to keep trading to get more than 1, or no? Get 2. Okay. Alright, so a day passes every time we attempt to trade, though. So let's check our supplies. We're down to 71 pounds of food. I think we need to go hunting again. Yep. Plus, we're going to need food if people want to trade for food. Not good hunting today. Alright, let's do 1 more and get back to trading. Jerks. Okay. You give up 2 sets of clothing to get an ox. Do you want to take it? You guys have been leery about trading away clothing, but we do need the ox. Okay. We have 2 ox. N. Are you ready to go? 2 oxen and 420 pounds of food. We're now at the Blue Mountains. Okay. We've got a steady pace and good health. It is September. Do you want to trade some more, talk to people, or continue on? Mountains and dirt, dust, sand. Wagon tongue for a set of clothing. We've got a full complement of tongues. Alright, we're now only down 1 set of clothing. We're going to set a strenuous pace. Now we can go straight for the Dales or Fort Walla Walla. Walla Walla is the last fort, so I'm assuming you want to go there. Straight to the fort, or you want to make a run for the Dales? 55 miles, so it's not far. Heavy fog, lose a day. Very little water. Inadequate grass. Our health is fair, but we made it there. Alright. Young mother tells us. Alrighty, so we've got $53 to spend. We can buy 1 ox. We can buy we can buy that 5th article of clothing. Yep. Alright, so we got 2 votes for clothing, so we're doing it with 2 ox the rest of the way. Whoops. We've got $28.50 to spend. We've got 2 tongues, 2 wheels, 1 axle. Done with the shopping? Alrighty. It is 120 miles to the Dales. We're on a strenuous pace. Our health is poor, and we lost 5 days. But our health is now back up to fair. Okay, so do you want to slow down the pace, or just keep on it till we get there? We're down to 150 pounds, so I'm actually going to hunt for food while you guys reach a consensus. Come on, come on. There we go. we'll do one more. With only the 2 oxen, we're not making as much ground each day, so we're going to go through more food and take more time. So maybe one more hunt, and then we'll make a break for it. I'm not going to say I didn't say that. Ah. There we go. Angela has exhaustion. Our health is now poor. Do we want to change things up? Jeff has typhoid. Jup strikes again. He steals a set of clothing. Our health's improved to fair, though. Heavy fog. Oh, busted an axle. There goes our spare. And on November 5th, we have finally arrived at the Dells. Okay. So we can float the Columbia. I am told that they all float down here. Or we can go on the toll road again. It's only about 120 miles if I remember right last time. So what do you guys want to do? I got 1 for the toll, 1 for the float, 2 for the toll. It's the toll. Our supplies right now are 2 oxen, 2 wheels, 2 tongues, no axles, 87 bullets, and 90 pounds of food. Hunt and strenuous. Yeah, because we're not covering a lot of miles each day otherwise. Toll road. Oh, hey. Toll's cheaper this year. 100 miles to Willamite Valley. But first, we must eat. Come on, spawn something. Oh, damn it. I can't bear it. Oh, the thief has decided to show his face. If you like shiny stuff, then why have you stolen no fewer than 7 oxen from us? Yes, at work thieving. Alright, that should be enough to last us to the end. So let's get rolling. Will we get there before Thanksgiving? Ooh, now Angela has typhoid. Almost there. I can see it. We got everybody there alive this time. Oh yeah, that's a much higher score. Yep, it was a higher difficulty, but we achieved much greater. Yep, and that's the important thing. We beat Jiffer. Alrighty. Well, that's about all the time we're gonna have for today. Thank you, all, especially everybody who lived through it twice. Nope. And enjoy the rest of your long weekend, and I will catch you next time.